Alright ladies, today I want to teach you about the most powerful move that you can make when a man rejects you, and that is silence. Because when a man starts doubting his connection with you, the best strategy is always to pull your energy back and pour it into yourself. Now, I know that most of you have heard advice like this before, but you still find yourself confused about what to do when you're actually in that situation. Do you know why? Because the problem is not that you don't understand the action, it's that you don't fully understand the motivation behind it. You see, most people online tell you what to do, but without understanding the why, those actions rarely lead to real change. My name is Ismael Gomez. I'm a coach, writer, and speaker, and today I'm going to show you how to master silence after a man rejects you. Not just to make yourself more valuable in his eyes, but more importantly, to regain your power and take control of your love life. But before we begin, let me say this, okay? If you're multitasking right now, you only absorb about 25% of this information, because how can you master silence if you can't quiet your mind and focus for 8 minutes on one video? And I know that I sound like a grumpy old man when I say these things, but I promise it's because I want the best for you, okay? So let's begin. Number 1, why he rejects you. So for our first point, here's one principle I want you to understand, okay? When a man rejects you, whether he pulls away or he ends the relationship, the only thing that you need to know is this: he doesn't want your energy around him right now. It's that simple. Think of it like this. If I come to you and I say, hey, do you want this pizza right now? And you say, not right now, thank you. Why did you reject my offer? Well, simply because you don't want pizza right now, right? But what if I keep pushing? Hey, why don't you want the pizza right now? Look, I warmed it up for you, it's delicious. Well, now I'm just chasing you, trying to convince you to take something that you already said no to. Now, when this happens in relationships, the first thought that usually pops into your mind is this: what is wrong with my pizza? Or in other words, what is wrong with me that he doesn't want me around? And sometimes you might think, he's pulling away because he found someone else. But let me tell you that it's not always the case. Sometimes men are overwhelmed. They're dealing with stress, confusion, or emotions that they don't know how to process. And because many don't know how to communicate that, they take the easiest route. They shut down and walk away. So when this happens, what I suggest everyone to do is remove yourself from the equation. And here's an important point that I want you to grasp, and it's that people don't go from rejection to desire overnight. There's one important step in between. And do you know what that is? Curiosity. If he rejects you, don't immediately think, I want him to desire me again. First, you have to make him curious about you again. That's why silence is so powerful. It gives him space to wonder, what is she up to? Does she still miss me? Did I mess up? Curiosity always creates space for desire to return. And that's why when a man pulls away, your silence speaks louder than words. However, understand that even if you lose the connection with this guy, okay, things don't work out, understand that this is still the most powerful move.
The more you do for him, the more he loves himself. The more you do for yourself, the more he loves you. I saw a girl on here say this and my jaw hit the floor. It is such a powerful reminder. The key to a healthy, balanced relationship starts with you pouring into yourself, focusing on your goals, your growth, your glow. A good partner won't just notice, they'll admire it and respect it. Truth is, when you're thriving, you're inspiring others around you, including him. Your energy shifts, your confidence grows, and that's what makes you magnetic. Prioritize yourself and watch everything fall into place.
Number 2, avoid low vibrational energy. Okay, so now that you understand that he doesn't want your energy around him, here's something else to think about. Do you really think that low vibrational energy is going to make him curious again? Reel him back in? Because one behavior that I see a lot of you ladies fall into after a rejection is that you start posting the most depressing things online. You start sharing the saddest quotes, breakup stories, and guess what? Everyone, including him, is watching. Now, maybe you don't post a sad quote. Maybe you go to my Instagram and you grab a positive, empowering one instead. But here's the thing. If that quote even mentions men or relationships, he still knows that your energy is fixated on him. And also, if you're talking to people who know him, constantly bringing him up in the conversation, that energy finds its way back to him. And I always mention this, and I don't even know what it is and how to explain it, but I can't even tell you the amount of times in my life where a woman walked away from me okay? And the moment that I was completely detached, out with my friends, having fun, I completely forgot about her. My phone started ringing again. Exes coming back, crying, trying to reconnect, and I'll be standing there looking at the phone like, what the hell is happening, right? But here's the catch. You can't fake it, okay? Don't go to the opposite extreme and start posting, really positive things like I'm doing yoga every morning, or look at me climbing mountains, right? Just to prove how over it you are. People can sense when you're trying too hard, okay? Authentic detachment can't be performed. It has to be real. And final, number 3, patience, patience, patience. Okay, so the final thing that I want you to understand is this. It could take days, months, sometimes even years for him to desire your energy again. So you have to continue on with your life, keep nurturing your happiness and your growth. Because here's something that I really want you to take away from this video, okay? If there's one thing that I want you to ingrain in your mind is this. When a man truly wants you back, when he's serious about fixing things, he will go as far as making a fool out of himself to get you. I'm a very prideful man, okay? Honestly. And I can tell you from experience that when I was genuinely interested in someone, I found myself doing the dumbest things just to get her. So if he's not showing that level of effort, you need to let him get there on his own. Also, I want to point out that many times you're fixated on one guy because he rejected you and your ego cannot handle that rejection. But when you really stop and think about it, is he really actually worth all this energy that you're putting in? Or maybe, just maybe, the universe is doing you a favor by removing him from your life. I mean, I don't know if you ladies saw this, but in one of my last videos, someone left a comment saying, I want him in my life no matter what. I'll do whatever it takes. And that is desperate, suffocating energy. And no one wants that around them, okay? So if that's where your mindset is, I hope that this gives you a reason to shift it. All right, ladies, so again, remember the 3 points that we talked about today. The reason behind his rejection, avoiding low vibrational energy, and being patient. Now, here's something that I want you to think about. And let me know in the comments so I can see your answers, but what is one thing in your behavior or energy that could be pushing men away in your life? Again, what is one thing in your behavior or energy that could be pushing men away in your life? And by the way, let me say that sometimes I see some of you writing these detailed, well-constructed paragraphs about your thoughts, and I'm honestly impressed. I mean, I'm sitting there reading the comments, thinking like, damn, maybe I should hire some of these girls to write my scripts. But anyways, thank you for subscribing to my channel. I'm glad that you chosen me to learn about self-love, dating, and relationship dynamics, because like I always say, for your relationships to change, you need to change, okay? Have a beautiful day.